For every swing, every moment, the Milwaukee Brewers fight. It's not just about hitting the ball, it's about leaving a legacy.
What is up, Brew Crew? Welcome back to Brewers Fan Central, your ultimate headquarters for everything surrounding our beloved Milwaukee Brewers. Before we dive into this exclusive analysis that is shaking up the MLB back channels, I have a quick but essential request. If you live and breathe Milwaukee baseball, if American Family Field is your second home, hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single update. Here, we don't just read the headlines, we dissect what they actually mean for the future of our franchise. Join our community and let's make the fan voice stronger. We are officially in hot stove season, and the chatter behind the scenes of the league is starting to boil in a way that directly impacts the heart of our bullpen. My sources and a close reading of market movements inspired by the precision of John Heyman indicate that the Brewers front office, led by Matt Arnold, is listening to serious offers for Devon Williams. It is no secret to anyone that Milwaukee operates under a very specific financial model: maximize asset value before they hit free agency or become too expensive via arbitration. Williams' name is being floated heavily in conversations with big market teams desperate for elite closers, specifically the Philadelphia Phillies and, as a dark horse, the New York Yankees. The analysis here needs to be cold as much as it hurts a fan's heart. The trade value of an elite closer like Williams will likely never be higher than it is right now. He continues to demonstrate an absurd ability to generate swings and misses with his changeup, the famous airbender, maintaining strikeout rates that place him at the top of the league. However, for a team like ours, allocating a significant percentage of the payroll to a pitcher who throws only 60 innings a year is a strategic risk. The Brewers' philosophy of pitching development suggests that the front office trusts their pitching lab to create the next closer internally, allowing us to turn Williams into multiple pieces for the future. The rumor gaining traction in MLB corridors is that the Brewers are not just looking for low-level prospects. The asking price is high. We are talking about a package that must include a young starting pitcher with years of contractual control and a position prospect close to the MLB level, AAA. The logic is simple. We are not in a rebuild. We are in a retool. If Williams leaves, the return needs to impact the 2026 roster immediately. Rival executives believe Milwaukee is using the scarcity of elite relievers in the open market to drive up Williams' price, creating a bidding war. It is a risky but calculated chess move, typical of Arnold's management. The question hanging in the air is, are we willing to lose the security of the ninth inning in exchange for roster depth? Recent history with Josh Hader taught us that these trades are unpopular but often necessary for the long-term health of the franchise in a small market. While the Devon Williams situation dominates the headlines, there is a second strategic movement happening in the shadows that deserves our full attention. Insider information suggests that the Brewers have resumed dialogue with a frequent trade partner, the Seattle Mariners. The logical analysis here is impeccable. The Brewers desperately need stability in the starting rotation to take pressure off the bullpen, and the Mariners have a surplus of young pitching but lack consistent offense. There is an alignment of needs that makes this rumor much more concrete than mere internet speculation. The Brewers' focus appears to be on acquiring a pitcher with a middle-of-the-rotation profile with upside potential. We are not talking about renting a veteran for 1 year, but rather a hockey trade where MLB talent is swapped for MLB talent. The speculation involves the possibility of moving one of our young outfielders, an area where we have considerable depth in the minor league system, to capture that controllable arm. The metric the front office is observing with a magnifying glass isn't just ERA, but FIP, fielding independent pitching, and ground ball rate. At American Family Field, keeping the ball on the ground is essential, and Brewers analysts are masters at identifying undervalued pitchers who fit this profile. Furthermore, there is buzz about the need for a corner bat. With the offensive volatility we've experienced in recent seasons, adding a power hitter who can play first or third base is a secondary but vital priority. The free agent market is inflated, which forces Milwaukee to look at the trade market. The strategy seems to be buy low. We are monitoring talented players who had a below-average 22-25 with other teams and who could be salvaged by our hitting coaches. This modern Moneyball approach is what keeps us competitive. While the Dodgers and Mets spend billions, we need to be surgical. Today's news isn't about a $300 million bombshell signing, because that isn't our reality. The news is about market intelligence. If we can turn a valuable asset like Williams or a surplus outfielder into 2 or 3 players who contribute daily, we will have a more robust team for the 162-game marathon. Roster depth will be our greatest asset in the NL Central. Stay tuned, because if this deal with Seattle or the Williams trade goes through, the face of our team will change drastically in the coming weeks. The core news revolves around the potential trade of star closer Devon Williams to maximize returns in young, controllable talent, capitalizing on a market thirsty for relievers. Simultaneously, there are active conversations to acquire stable starting pitchers, possibly revisiting partnerships with pitching-rich teams like the Mariners. Now, I want to hear the voice of the Brew Crew. Would you trade the security of having the Airbender closing games to guarantee a solid starter and more roster depth, or do you think we should keep our stars and try to win now, even with the financial risk? This is a decision that divides the fan base. Leave your opinion in the comments below. I read and reply to everyone. And if you want to understand how these trades affect our playoff chances in 2026, subscribe to the channel now. I will drop a tactical analysis video as soon as any deal is finalized. Let's go, Brewers.